Rock stars, I am back. Lou Lombardi, I'm back at you. And we're going to kind of continue our discussion. We may revisit it in the future, but for now, this is sort of kind of where we kind of pause for a little bit. Our discussion on gifts, skills, okay, and talents, all right? So we're going to get into talents today, mainly as a sort of a definition, okay? Gifts, born with. Skills, work hard, develop. Talents are kind of in the middle, okay? Talents are when you take something you have a natural inclination for, natural in the sense that it has either you were born with it or it developed in early childhood, and you marry that with a skill. You follow that out and you attach it to some kind of skill. I'm just going to return to the musical example because I think a lot of people can relate to this. You may be, born really interested in sound, okay, or be born very interested even in music, okay, rhythms and stuff like that. You may be the kind of kid who's always tapping on things, always humming, always singing. All right, you cultivate that into some sort of skill. You focus that. For me, I focus that into first the piano, then the drums, finally the guitar, and now singing. All right, so those became called talents. I wasn't necessarily born some kind of great singer, born some kind of great guitar player or anything like that. I had a talent that allowed me to work in those arenas with more ease, with more interest, with more excitement, with more energy, as opposed to learning something like when I got my appraiser's license to do vehicle damage appraisal, okay, that was a skill that I developed out of a sort of necessity, okay. It wasn't necessarily some like talent that I had for something. It was a sort of necessity. I developed a skill. I learned how to do it, and I became good at it. And like I said, I wasn't like born, I didn't come out of the womb, rocking out on the guitar or anything like that. But I had an interest in music, which I cultivated into a talent. That's really all talents are. Okay, and so you want to look at your gifts and say, well, is there some way I can expand on my gifts? Is there some kind of skill set that I can, work on to expand my gifts so I can create greater power in my own life and create greater benefit for the rest of the world. All right, guys? So look at your gifts and see how you can expand them into some sort of talent. Very often, most of you guys are already have things like this. It's just now an idea is like, how do I bring this in? How do I bring all these different parts of myself, my gifts, my skills, and my talents together in such a way that I can use all of this stuff to create more for myself and more for the rest of the world. Too many of you guys are prostituting yourselves. I said this in, I think, the very first video that I did in my email series. You're being prostitutes. You're giving it all away when you could be being paid highly for your gifts, skills, and talents. You know what? I take it back. We're going to have to expand this a little bit more because we need to get a little bit deeper into the actual aspect of how we cultivate these things into the point where they actually work for us and help us expand what it is that we're trying to get. And again, as I said from the very beginning, get from where we are to where we want to go and to create the kind of life we want to have. So talents, skills, gifts, they all come into play and are very, very important. And I think what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to expand this because I got a lot more to say about it. And so stay tuned. We will be visiting other subjects, of course, along the way, but we're going to pick this up again very soon. My name is Lou Lombardi. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out the links below because these are tools to put in the toolbox and they're not going to cost you an arm and leg, okay? All right, especially when you're getting started. All right, guys, enough screwing around. Enjoy the products below. My name is Lou Lombardi, and I will see you in the next video.